Oh, what's that? So many. So, how is everything going here? Oh, someone just didn't match. The rush player failed. Let's see how this game go. What? The rush player stopped being a rush player. What happened? Damn. This rush player just plays the tank push now. And his opponent have a lot of things to fight against the debuff, of course. Diana first pick. Oh, Sigma. Really? SP Sigma first pick. Our second pick. This is a fake tank push player. Second pick Iris. Yeah, this is a fake tank push player. Look at his picks. What is this guy doing? He's picking all the rush character into a tank push box. Oh, and double healers. That's not good. No, not double healer. Just one healer. So Bozo last pick. I wonder if you give 2 healers to this box and use SP Sigma to snap the MK, what else he can do? To be honest, I'm so confused why would he ban 2 healers here. I mean, if you just use SP Sigma to snipe the MK or... I mean, yeah, I think snipe MK is better. So you snipe this, and what this team can do with 2 healer? You just auto win this. Oh, look at that. Such a funny thing. Goblin Rider with Night of Mystery. And Landius is back to the box for both players, because there are still a lot of strong legend characters. Okay, so he needs to heal now. Yeah, Mario's heal is actually pretty high. Still one turn cannot move back. Aris jumping in now. Aris is gonna jump in now. But he really can't kill last red unit, right? Can he? He can't kill a last red unit like that. Oh, really? What's the point? Okay. Oh, that's actually pretty smart to get back. Damn, Himiko. Single target Himiko. Single target Himiko. Yeah, with Sky Ultra. Damn. It's actually pretty good, right? Because you can't kill her. You can't kill her. She just goes back. And now SP's MK was not in range. Yeah, this guy is a rush player. He doesn't know how to play tank push. No offense, but yeah, that doesn't look from the picks and bans, it doesn't make sense too much. Yeah, it's outplayed pretty hard. So he still chose to not play a rush. I don't even want to further check. So let's just check someone else. Yeah, I think someone else was playing. This guy knows a lot of people. I think someone else is playing because this guy, from what I remembered, he never plays non-push, like non-rush style. He always go with aggressive playstyle. I'm pretty sure his friend was playing there. So many games still without. Oh, just look at that. Damn, this is crazy. Can we actually find a match? Did they actually do it? No. Yeah, just so many of them didn't even play it. Okay. Is there a CC white? Oh, that looks interesting enough, box. No CC white though. We see Automuller, we see Tova, we see that Pasture or something like that. There's also Chloe to counter the debuff. Interesting. And also Yulia in the box. Lolly Jessica is first ban. Rizosio is first pick. Interesting. There is 3 healers in the box, and Rizosio is still the first pick. I mean, 4 healers in the box. This guy going to end up with like 2 healers. Yeah, there was actually some Chloe play from the earlier stage as well, but very little. So she's pretty good to counter the Rain and the debuff meta. So so that she being back to the box is because her 3C skill is really good. Yeah, her 3C skill actually removes the debuff and then heal you. So something that like a heal block is very not effective against the Chloe. But yeah, this is what's going to end with player 1. He gets no tank and he gets double healer. So yeah, he actually gets Nicholas in this case, which is not terrible compared to what I would think. Kruja is not going to do too much against the Rizosio. Rizosio should first move to not get the debuff from Kruja. Yeah, so that's nice. Now Kruja cannot really do much. This is just into a immune. Yeah. Player 1 Kruja is disgusting, yeah. So you can't really prevent that. But this guy doesn't have a tank versus Burn using Stone Colossus and the tank scale, so that's just hard to get through. But he can't really tank the magical damage, so Yulia here will be essential, I guess. Yeah, but you know, Yulia can snipe someone else. But who she is going to snipe though? That's a question as well, though, right? She can't really snipe the Elven there, so can she snipe? No. This AoE doesn't do anything also. But there is still this random debuff that you can trigger, although it's going to hit into the immunity. What? The immunity is just a gun? This is so many debuffs. How that is? I don't really see that. Why the immunity? All of them are gone. 4 debuff, 3 debuff. It's not 3 debuff. It says one random. Oh, one random effect. Okay, one random effect. Effect is not a debuff. Okay. Oh, this is nasty. Yeah, this is like 4 debuff. This is nasty actually. Yeah, right now I'm not super sure as well, but maybe I can check the NGA. There should be someone doing a table or something. I'm surprised that all the immunities are gone. Yeah. Goes the first alive. Yeah, it's just it removes like 5. Okay, so the SP Elven is dead with the combo between SP Elven and Kruja. Let's see. 5, 3, 2, 1. Wow, it's all gone. All the immunity are gone. Crazy. Yeah, that's looking pretty rough. Yeah. Can't even kill the first alive. And he doesn't have a like what do you say? He doesn't have a tank. So that's pretty hard. Yeah, COE will win is it's pretty interesting match. Yeah, pretty sad. X-Run didn't win though. No. You will be fine, COE. Okay, Yulia is also dead. Yeah, I'm still not sure if you don't play a tank and you don't rush, how would you win a match like that? That looks pretty weird to me. We will see if he's going to do some change. Like his box has very low mobility, and his box does not have a tank, just the two healers, which is very weird. So much change. Yulia, Licorice, Pastra all get kicked. Born and Rosalia. This kind of thing is getting added. Yeah, that was looks like a bully there. So second player here started using Liana, Alastria. Okay, oh sorry, I skipped the pick and ban, not intentionally. But yeah, let's see what they got in the end. SP burn. No, just a regular burn. SP Elvin using infantry. Why would he use infantry? Because he wants to slay those tanks. Okay, so we have Helena on the other side, double tank, Helena, and Old Land use. This is a workable match, looks like. We'll see. Yeah, I think this one, player one, does have a lot of chance. Act again turn 1. I wonder why. Anyone can understand this? Yeah, Helena, a lot of players started to use that. But someone help me understand this though. You basically waste 5 tokens to act again a burn turn 1. Yeah, I mean this is not Liana, the tokens are not free. I don't understand. Well, he wants P2, except the token is not free. Like those tokens, they are useful. They can give you Breeze, they can give you Heal Troop, and then they can give you Act again. Yeah, it's just that's a little weird. I mean, I would do the P2 play like Liana if I have Liana there, but if I have the Florentia, I'm not sure. I know you have a fraction buff here, so you can get stacked not so hard, but it's also not so free. I'm not sure about that. Yeah, it's just when you try to jump in, you need them for the mobility, right? If you act again on one turn, it means you can't really apply other buff on that turn. Yeah. Because you don't have to be player 2, you don't have that much bonus there. Okay. So now what you do? Okay. Yeah, see? Maybe that's fine because it does look like now he can act again. But yeah, we'll see. Hilda still cannot kill the first life. Odious push back everyone with a cloud. So Hilda will lose the first life. But Helena is going to be hard to close with CGG. Yeah, very nasty, right? Let's go, our girl Helena. I think the burn is dead, to be honest. We'll see. Oh no, not even close. My bad. That Lancer looks strong. Yeah, that Lancer looks strong. This is like when you are... Wow. It doesn't have anything when you are defending, and yet you still can't kill. I guess angle is pretty bad. Yeah, it reminds me the game I played yesterday, when the Leon hits into my juggler. Yeah. Welcome to the stream. Let me change the title a little bit, because now we are reviewing the CN game. Trying to kill the second life looks very hard. Still kills the Detroit very easily. Not guarding, yeah. This is a double infantry, so pretty hard. Yeah, expired on the wrong turn, yes. But you can see the first player trying hard to kill two of the hardest tank in this game, right? Like he's trying to kill two of the hardest tank in this game. After Hilda, there is also Albedo. And Elvin is dead to the Odious. I think so. She overrides the terrain with her move, yeah. Look at her mobility here. And also because her exclusive gear is very strong. That exclusive gear moves her mobility very good with Chivalry. Yeah. It makes her Chivalry very strong, because when you use Chivalry, you generate this zone here. So that's basically mobility +2 on this direction, right? You can get here 3 and another 3. So your Chivalry becomes 5 blocks threatening. Very strong. So you actually get more mobility already from the exclusive here. Not to mention, you know, the mobility after you jump in one time. Yeah, I think Helena is pretty good. A lot of players are using that. She's like, especially if you check the usage after top 64, she only gets increased the usage after top 64. I would say like 30% bucks to 40% bucks using her. It's pretty good. Sometimes in the side box as well. Yeah, like just think about how you rush in front of Helena. Yeah, like this character can just also mix the rush style deck. You only called her because she was hot. Yeah. Brenda and Varish. Okay. Yeah, you will still be able to get the other characters later. Yeah, this guy trying really hard to kill two of the hardest to kill tank. No wonder he lost. Yeah, it's the strategy doesn't look so great. Yeah, if you don't have her attack bond, then that's probably not the best idea to still play that. It's still better to have the uh to have the to have the attack bond at least. So let's see this match. I'm getting a little bit tired of checking all these regular buffs, but I guess first player also have land use. Yeah, I actually see. So what we see is an increased land use in a box also. And Hilda is actually getting a little bit less popular. The first player doesn't even have a second tank. Interesting. This is a rush box with land use in. So here, there is no juggler from both sides. Interesting. All the fake Sisyphite. Sisyphite is one of the best character to use to show your veil. Cause you even veiled for Sisyphite. Pretty nice. Interesting. I think a second player here has a much better box. Those traditional assassins are not as good as like SP Sigma, and they may potentially fail to kill like those units here. And of course, we have a healer site with Mario using the Redeemer, so she will be able to revive without a debuff. And yeah, we have the typical block, construct and land use block. This map is pretty good for that. Yeah, spreading the virus. Zorida got the attack debuff, attack down, which is very bad for her. But if you have the 3C skill, then you can dispel that. Yeah, there is a 3C skill. Oh, that's a nice breeze. That's a nice breeze on Mario. Snap the construct. Is that really worth it? Is that really worth it? I guess that won't hurt because everyone is in the guard range for land use. And again. Oh, pretty nice debuff. And also a cloud. Yeah, I think Mario is mainly for heal also, to be honest. At least at this stage. It's not like there is a lot of need for like this spell though. Okay. Yeah, I think Sisyphite is fine, but it's not super OP. Okay, it didn't even kill the Kruger because of the the wall in front of that. Very very strong. Yeah, you have a wall there. And the first AOE basically removed the wall and didn't do damage to the character. Yeah. Very tanky. Not even close. Not even close. This is not even close. So that's not even a trait. Yeah, land use aura and he attacked at 2 range. Yes. Yeah, this is over. This is over. I guess you kill demon is still very easy. Yeah. So that's that. Weldon was a very strong player. Let's check that. Some of the strong players are already out. Weldon is not one of them. Yeah, but his box is always meta though. Like check Toba, Kruja here, Elucia. Oh, interesting. He's still using Elucia. And first pick. Nice. Elucia versus Juggler. So what's the plan here? It's Automura. Oh, this is an Automura guy. Damn. Yeah, Elucia is in the strategy faction, right? So she's actually fitting well in the Automura box. Wow. This is an Automura min. And we have Tova here. We have SP Elven from the other side. SP Elven can't really do too much against the Elucia. Yeah, this is the strategy faction box. Very strong. And last pick will be Mario, I guess. Oh, it's actually Resourceo. Interesting. Yeah, Tova is strategy as well. Very nice. I guess we will see if Weldon can claim another champion. Juggler with speed +1. Let's see what Elucia's skill is using. There is should be a Oh, this is an AoE skill. Interesting. Reduce the attack range of the ranged troop. 2 turns. Yeah, that's a very interesting skill. I mean, even for the Elusia games that I see, I rarely see that skill. But let's see how this one works. Yeah, silence everyone after suicide skill. Let's see. Okay. Oh, ultimate already in action. Just a normal attack. Act again on Juggler. Yeah, act again on Juggler. Now what do we do here? Yeah, this troop is pretty tanky against the magical. Yeah, everyone is in water now also, right? Everyone is in water now. So they can kill the first life of Elusia. This is probably killing the first life now. Yeah. Heal on Elusia. We'll see. Will this kill the second life? No. Very high defense. Cannot kill. Well, this is playing very defensively. Okay, another attempt. What is this Himiko doing here though? Trying to steal the buffs. Okay, everyone is in water now. But the bracer unit you still cannot silence, so in the end you only silence this Himiko. And now Elusia is dead, so it's time for Ultimate to do something. Finally, okay. Let's start and then act again. Uh-oh, that doesn't look very strong attack. Yeah, it doesn't look very strong attack. Yeah, I know he can act like 3 times, but it's just it doesn't look very effective. Yeah, that's a little bit underwhelming. Okay, give the buff to Diana. Tora. Oops, what? Wow, the troop is so strong. What the heck? Yeah, but this is wow. There's not even a water here. Thanks for the follow. Yeah, there is not even a water. How come? How come? Let's check the enemy. Two and 70. Wow. Yeah, that wolf troop, demon troop was so tanky. This is very tanky. When getting attacked, defense is like increased by 40%, and they don't actually have a lot of effect with water, and also so just Yeah, they get 40%. They get 40% defense. Yeah, and this is already pretty high. So, and Tova doesn't really have high attack here. But still quite surprising though. Yeah, it doesn't matter if they are in water or not. So one of them attack like with 2, the other was attacking with like 40 or something. So Tova tries to snap the Florentia and still failed. Oh, they still get plus 30% defense. I thought only the dog himself got it. The 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 wolf also get it. Oh yeah, that's actually increased a little bit. Yeah, it's tied to the hero. Okay. Yeah, let's increase the defense also. Yes. Yeah, that looks a very not very effective plan from Weldon. Yeah. Will he give up his automotor team, or he's going to ban Juggler now? Damn. Give up immediately. Immediately give up. Damn, not enough face. Okay, that's fine. Yulia is getting kicked, and Alastro is getting green. Is getting up. That's interesting. Yeah, the wolf is still very like the strongest troop for juggler now. You usually just run them. Most of the time I see juggler now they are using the wolf. And it's a very tanky. Like even without water, it's so hard to kill them. It is like I remember there was a time when Leonhard was popular, so he dispelled the water and tried to snap the juggler. But if you use the demon troop there, it's like basically same thing. If you use demon troop and then even Leonhard dispel your water, you can still not kill the juggler, just because the demon troop itself is pretty tanky. And this wolf is just more tanky. To be honest, I think it's a bad design. This like how can you design some like same tier troop that one is just better than the other, right? What's the point? The skeleton knights now just it's just a garbage compared to this wolf now. So we see 2 healers, Pasher and also Licorice. Licorice calling faction buff. Yeah, it's just a. I think it's kind of breaking the balance, but that's fine. And the wolf, probably the objective for wolf is to bring back the Born, like Born Heart, but it also makes Juggler a little bit more OP, which I think is not intended. But this is a little weird because the only male character is SP Elvin. Yeah. Wolves are not very strong against the magic. Yeah. Yeah, they suck versus Holy. Yeah, I'm just comparing with Skeleton Knight. I think it makes like no sense for anyone to run Skeleton Knight anymore. That's actually quite true, because even in Born sometimes you run Skeleton Knight, especially in season 2. This is man, this is like a style game from both sides. They just try to go to the middle first. Block. Oh shit! Using a AOE skill from Rosacea. Interesting. Trying hard to do some debuff, I guess. Yeah, 2 healers, why not? Good point. But they want to go to the mid very fast, you know. Act again on Liana. Act again on Liana. Yeah, act again on Liana. Damn. So style game. Such a style game. And Tora doesn't do much. Yeah, they just act against each other, I guess. Act against Diana. I wonder why you can't act again. Okay. Act again, yeah. That's how Diana and Florentia works together, especially when there is a faction buff on Florentia. Yeah, pretty disgusting. This game looks like a style game, and player 2 is having advantage because he has all the crazy dispels. This is just a Western token though. Bring the troop buff on SP11 isn't really helpful. Yeah, player 1 does have a lot more damage. So yeah, that part I agree. But look at the mid spot though. Now player 2 is controlling them. No, not player 2. What's the final spot? What's the final spots? Is 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 1. These are the final spots. So player 2 is controlling a lot of the final spots right now. Damn. Act again on Hilda, get the defense. That's the defense buff. Okay, Liana is getting killed. Yeah, that's pretty nice. Yeah, this Elven is like, oh, you guys do your work. I don't care. Yeah, damn SPL. Hey. So now player 1 finally gets something inside. Man, this kind of match really sucks, right? It's not that interesting. Licorice is also dead. A getting kicked out. Resourceo jumps in. SPL instead. What is that? Trying to get forward. Oh my gosh! This. Wow! Was that a mistake? Was that a mistake from not using. From not guarding well? Yeah, that pasture just suddenly destroys. Yeah, just to get a double kill and immediately turns the tide. Damn, that's very unexpected. Now she's getting banned very early, but there is no male characters to pick though. Well, we do have some male now finally, which is going to be SP Elvin, and I wonder how they consider Juggler. Is Juggler considered as a male character as well? I don't know. Someone needs to help me understand. Maybe they do. Or Juggler is not considered as a male character. That's actually an important question because when that one dies, it will lock down your passive. She works against the not female. Okay, so Juggler also will get affected. Yeah, that's pretty annoying actually. Nice. Yeah, this guy really. I think he could have second match if he can positioning a little bit carefully. Yeah, Juggler is a beast which is not female. Yeah, that's true. This is not going to kill. This is not going to kill. Tenuous OP. Tenuous OP. Let's see what he gets. So the attack buff is getting removed, and also damage received is increased by 20%. I wonder if you didn't dispel his attack buff, if he can kill though. That's quite a lot of difference, right? Yeah, I think with attack buff he can kill, to be honest. Well, not exactly sure. Yeah, if Werner isn't so weak, he will be so broken. Yeah, I agree with that. Mobility very high, very. Okay, push out the tank. That he forgets is not going to be effective against Albedo, right? That's a vested push. I think so. Or this is what this one gives you. Oh, not albedo. This is from Tova. This is from Tova. Yeah, this is from Tova. Yeah, that's the 3C scale. Oh, this is why Tova is very strong. Yeah, this is that. She gives the immunity to there is two different type of buff. One is a attack command, one is a defense command. Yeah, this is over. This is over. How come no guard? We can check again. I think it was dispelled by Elven. Yeah, I think it was dispelled by Elven. Cause remember, yeah, it's dispelled by Elven. The Elven jumps in as an Ninjaso from Himiko. No, I think SP Elven disabled it. Yeah, let's just check very fast. Oh, there was some mobility down. Okay. Yeah, I didn't really check very carefully at the end. Cause that's okay. Oh, that's actually game 3. Actually, yeah, if you're sure that's a mobility down, I think that's fine. So we can check a little bit more games. This should be an interesting one as well. Resource first ban, kind of a debuff box. Burja is still there. Burja is pretty good against Hilda tank push always. Yeah, Kruja needs to be banned now. He can get Kruja here. Oh, actually, he wants to play with Yulia. Gospel Yulia, interesting. With Struggler and Dieterich. This Yulia is likely using a heavy infantry. Or whatever infantry it is. Okay. Unicorn, interesting. Unicorn isn't that great here, right? I think the infantry is better. I would go with infantry. So there is some positioning there. Oh, this is also here. The Boron is using a stun scale. Yeah, it's not very good against the Basil. It's just the Yulia. I think the Yulia use heavy infantry will be better. Yeah, I think at least one of them should use heavy infantry or whatever the infantry they can use. Yulia can use the mate. I always use mate on Yulia. That's one of the troop I like to use. Oops, that looks some hard debuff here. Sky Archer is going to come into action. It almost a kill though. Almost a kill. Is that really GG? I'm not exactly sure. There is only one AoE from Puzzle. If there is two AoE, maybe that's GG. Yeah, if Yulia dies, then I would agree that's a GG. This is not GG yet. Yeah, Burn also didn't bring Blood Dance. He should though. He should. Why wouldn't? Why he didn't bring that? Yeah, Himiko is dead. Yeah, this is not GG just because the scales suck. There is some problem. I still don't understand what's the stun trying to do there. He tried to double stun the tanks and then snipe. Oh, almost killed. This Yulia is going to kill everyone. Yeah, this is a Yulia showtime. That's also a 3 skill on Yulia. Interesting. Yeah, triple stun. I can see what this guy is trying to do, but it's hardly effective. Actually kills the deterrent there. No. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like he just wants to play himself. Oh, weird that Hilda didn't have a guard up skill. Yeah, it got dispelled when Yulia was killed in there, right? This is like Yulia 1 versus 5. Well, think about if the Boron was using a Q block skill, everything would be different, right? And if there is another AoE from Bozo, everything would be different. Yeah, Odin Himlet is very strong. This game, the second player's box looks a lot stronger. I think it's pretty even, we will see. Yeah, Bozo and Boron not burning more AoE was definitely weird, yeah. And that Boron, that stun skill didn't really do much. Yeah. Triple stun versus 2 gospel and 2 tanks. Didn't see how that was effective. Gospel on a tank. And Boron got a breeze. That's the time to do some combo here. Okay. Act again from both sides. That's a AoE Lolly Jessica. Interesting. Three skill plus a AoE here. Very, very effective against the Boron, right? Because Boron. The reason for Meteor is because Boron. Well, I mean, against the Boron, I guess that is fine. And Lolly Jessica does have a short cooldown, so that's not really bad. Okay, so the first life is gone, but that's fine. Wow, Boron is pretty effective against the Hilda, I guess. It's not bad damage here. Yeah, Boron does pretty good damage to a tank. Black Hole 10. Yeah, this AoE just looks very dangerous though. Okay. Yeah, you can kill the tank, but that's pretty much. Oh. Damage dealt minus 20%. No full health bar. Yeah, this is over actually. AoE is still pretty strong, right? Okay, so going to keep the AoE wave. Himiko is getting kicked actually, and Mario is also getting kicked. Yeah, I'm not sure about the Himiko kick. A little bit weird. This is in Liana and SP Sigma game. Okay. Okay, so SP Sigma marks the Rian. Should be an easy kill for Sigma, right? Oh, Tenuous headgear on Lolly Jessica, pretty nice. This is going to act again this turn, right? That that Ares is dead, but I'm not sure if the trade is worth it, cause Yulia is ready as well. Maybe the trade is not worth it. Yeah, so he didn't try to do that. Ares jumps in. Yeah, but the trade may not be really worth it. Okay, Ares jumps in. This juggler actually looks very weak. I think he's actually dead. Look at the defense. This is actually dead. This is also from there is a damage increase from Tensei. I think this is actually dead. Yeah, this is dead. Yeah. Yeah, you can't have the garbage juggler like that. That's really low defense, even without defense buff. Yeah, crit. I mean, non-crit should kill as well. I think it's very bad. It's a very bad juggler. You don't expect this juggler to survive. Look at the defense in water. And the other thing is Ares is getting a skill damage increase at 12%. Yeah, it didn't have the affection buff. And also, but you don't expect this juggler to survive. So this is basically pretty much it, right? After you kill the juggler, there is not much play after that. Kill the Ares easily. Yeah, and then Sigma try to snap the puzzle, which is a snap. Act again from Lolly Jessica, which doesn't actually do much. She's just killed. Why would you act again on Lolly Jessica? I would just I would try to do something with Rain, like maybe breeze the Rain so he can actually see this whole thing here. But you can breeze Rain, right? You can breeze Rain. That's just wasted the token there. Yeah, that's pretty much it. See if we have a clock. Oh, there is a clock, but he wasted his act again. Otherwise, this clock might have been the last thing he can count on. Well, not really, because that's a gospel Yulia, so not really. Yeah, easy kill from Yulia. Yeah, the juggler get one shot by Ares was definitely a problem, and that's hard to avoid because his juggler is just not able to survive there. Okay, pretty interesting Yulia showtime. Both the games you win. that Yulia did a lot. So pretty interesting games. Okay. So I'm going to stop here. Have something else to do. So good luck for anyone who is planning to climb today. And see you guys later. Peace.